Hi and welcome. This is Gypsy Maggie Rose bringing your readings for today, the 30th of December. My goodness, this year has just flown, hasn't it? Okay, let's have a look at Capricorn. Capricorn it's a little bit of an emotional time, but hey hun, it's like try not to get caught up in everyone else's emotional drama. This time is about you. It's about you understanding where you need to be. It's about you taking that little bit of time to review, to look back over how things got to where they are, because emotional stuff isn't instant. It's an accumulation, a build up, and this is what you need to be looking at now. What got you to where you are, and having sorted that out, you're in a position to accept what you need and to let the rest flow. And this is where you need to be right now. Accept what is working for you, and accept that there is some things that you just have to let go, because there's sweet FA you can do about them, hon. But it's a good space to be in. It's accept and reject. Accept what works, release what doesn't. And we're taught we need to accept much, and that's fine. But we also need to understand we're allowed to reject. Okay? You're allowed the big no word. Okay. Our Aquarians. Our Aquarians are dealing with home and family now. Where do you fit in? This seems to be the big question around many Aquarians. Where do I fit in? Where do I belong? Where is my part of the picture? Now, this is a time of transition. It's a time of moving from one space to another. It's also a time of finding what it is you truly want. What is it that works for you? It's about working within a family structure. This family structure can be family of origin. It can also be family of friends or family in a work situation. It's about knowing where you fit into the picture and taking an active role once you discover that. But it's also about understanding that you don't have to fit into the picture. You don't have to conform to what others wish you to do. It's about being true to yourself and who you truly are within a structure. You can still be individual and part of. Okay? So don't stress yourselves out too much. Where's our Aries of today? Our Aries, well, it's a little bit So because sometimes you'll be dealing with issues that are legal, that are very strong and need to be dealt with like bang, bang, bang. It's basically about getting the outer stuff done and dusted. It's about like getting down and doing what needs to be doing. However, for some there is a different energy level here. There is a new key, there's new openings, there's new pathways, new doorways. But you have to have the courage to, pick yourself up and open that door and go through it. New beginnings can be a bit scary, but they can also be exciting and challenging. It's about getting on with it, huh? Pisces? Hello, Pisces. Now you have to decide in this space where your emotions lie. And, it's like the feeling of like sometimes it's like a yo-yo effect with this whole emotional thing around you at the moment. Some things are very positive and you're going, yeah, I can do this. And the next minute, whoops, the seesaw has done a little hiccup and you go, no, it can't do this. What it's about right now, it's about give and take. Give to yourself, take from yourself. Take the power that you have and make it work for you. Take the joy that you have and make it work for you. It's all about balancing at the moment. Sometimes we have to give a little to get a lot. This is what you need to remember right now, darlings. Sometimes you give a little, get a lot. And sometimes in our lives we have to give an awful lot to get a little. It's balance. Okay? Taurus. Let's see what the Taurians are up to. look, time to hold your temper, mate. It's like, let's not charge in. Let's not just go in guns blazing, mouth flapping. Get the whole picture. This is a time to get the whole picture, not to sit in judgment on part measures or halfway measures. It's time to look at the big picture. It's also time to look at people's motivations. You know, what are they getting from situations? Why? It's like, don't just accept on face value. Time for you to question, to look beneath the surface, to have a good look at what's really happening, and not just charge in. Hold back for a little while until you can see a much clearer direction. Okie dokie? Gemini. Gemini, it's about hearth and home. It's about your family situation. It's about making peace within a family situation, but it's also about strength within a family situation. It's about understanding the process. But this is a time too when you could reunite or reconnect in some way with family, with friends, and have doorways open very, very strongly. This is about knowing what works for you rather than what's working against you. Okay, and you know, knowledge is power. You need to understand that. Knowledge is power. At this time, simply learn. Learn who you are. Learn about your background. Learn about a lot of things connected to family. And also to partner's family, because that impacts strongly on where you are. And on the whole family process, some Geminis will have new family additions. Either babies or people who will become part of their family. Cancerians. Cancerians, it's about sitting back and knowing what you can and cannot do. It's like, is your cup half full, is it half empty? It's overflowing. But it's about holding out your emotional strength and your emotional support, holding it out in front of you like that great defending chalice. It's because you can. And you know, right now it's about the emotions need to be contained. Yes, it's time to be joyous and overflowing, but some emotional stuff need to be contained until you've got the whole deal. Right now there seems to be that there are some things here that are not clear, not clarified. They're shaded. So it's like, it's a time of stillness, but it's also a time of rejoicing. It's a time of celebrating what you have and who you are. Okay? Leo. Oh my God, Leo. What are you doing to yourself? It's Leos tend to put themselves on the rack, and this is yet again a time like, is it, isn't it, will I, won't I? For goodness sake, make a decision and stick with it. You're just going to strip yourself to bits. You know, most of these headaches and drama around you really are self-inflicted, simply because you cannot make choices. It's like, poke a pin in a card if necessary, darling. Flip a coin, whatever. But get moving, get motivated, make a choice, and follow through. Okay? Follow things through and have things flowing. Don't get stuck anymore. Virgo. Yes, well, you may be just as well crying at the moon to get everyone to do things the way you want it done in the time frame that you want it done. Ain't gonna happen, hun. So this is a time where you just got to do what you can, and basically it's about accepting that others are maybe a little less organized or a little less committed to a situation than you are. And this is a difficult one for you because commitment's important. Once you make a decision, that's like, yeah, we follow it through, and there are logical steps. This is a time for you to be a little bit illogical. Bite my tongue, Max. And, you know, just go with the flow. Step back a little bit and allow yourself to see where you truly want to be. You're doing a great job, but you need to pat yourself on the back a little bit every now and then. Okay? Libra. Oh my goodness, Libra. You do make hard work out of simple situations, don't you, hon? Now, yes, there are progress, but you know, there are still barriers that you are pushing against and you're building up in your head. I've got to do this, I've got to do this. What will this one think? What will that one think? What if? Well, maybe you should think of the worst and everything else from there is uphill, hon. Look, this is about, yes, there are new directions and new doorways and new ways of looking at things. And sometimes we need to have a fresh look at an old problem, or we need to see it through someone else's eyes. So at this time, yes, ask for advice, ask for direction, ask for opinions, but understand that they are simply someone's opinion, and you can work through it and come to a level that works for you. You do not have to accept someone else's judgment or someone else's opinion, but you can use it as a base to build guidance from. That's what you need to look at this space in time as, is like you're gathering information so that you're well informed, and then you can make your choice. Okay? But hon, don't make so much hard work out of it. You know? It doesn't have to be. Scorpio. Well, Scorpio, your focus is on a cash flow at the moment. It's like, will it happen? Won't it happen? When will it happen? And how will it happen? You know, sometimes you've just got to let go of all the crap bits in between and understand that things are in process, they are in motion, and all processes have their own time frame. So it's like, no matter how hard it is, understand and focus on the big picture. The big picture is that the financial situation is going to be fine. Sometimes we focus on the little things, and that's where our attention is. And remember, where attention goes, action follows. You need to focus on the big picture, on where you will be. You know, not like, oh my God, I haven't got this. Because that's where everything's going to be. It's also about connecting and reconnecting with family and bringing things into a space. And also there's an opportunity for some to move into a different type of learning. And this is concentrated like a course or an education type learning, something that's going to benefit you in the future. Sag. Whoa, you know, I love this card. I think it's the best one in the whole pack. And I know people go, oh my God, death. It's like death and rebirth. It's like endings and new beginnings. It's the end of a rough trot. And from the end of a rough trot, it's like a new path, a new opening. There's a lot of good things on the horizon. It's like you're moving from one state of being to another state of being. Death is simply the finish of one phase, and this is what's happening to Sagittarians on the whole. One phase of their lives of ending, and the other phase is beginning. They're not an abrupt bang, this is finished, this starts. It's a gentle blending, where this one is a little bit overlapping now. So the new things and new directions are already there. They're in thought, in method, they're in process. So it's about being able to release and let go. You know, and that will about do us for today. Thank you so much. You can catch me on www.gypsymaggierose.com, where you can join up for my newsletter and catch up on everything I'm doing. Bless.